are at the post. And they're off in the Qatar Racing Breeders' Cup Sprint. Flash of Mischief comes out for the lead. Super Ocho a step quicker, though, and there's Jackie's Warrior. Jackie's Warrior and Super Ocho come to the front together. Flash of Mischief settles back toward the outside in third position. Willie Boy, center of the track, moves up from fourth. CZ Rocket slips down toward the inside in fifth, running 3 lengths off the lead. Gap of 2, American Theorem is toward the rail in sixth. Elite Power goes seventh. Kamari is eighth. Manny Wah is in ninth around the far turn. Aloha West is 10th. Obesos, last of the 11, 22.12 seconds, the time for the opening quarter. Super Ocho, a 2-length lead. Jackie's Warrior goes second by 3 lengths around the turn. Willie Boy, CZ Rocket to the inside. Flash of Mischief between that pair. Elite Power is still 8 lengths from the lead. They turn for home. Super Ocho with the lead. CZ Rocket to the inside. Jackie's Warrior to the outside. Elite Power has to go toward the center of the racetrack, but still fourth. Super Ocho, Jackie's Warrior, CZ Rocket. Manny Wah runs toward the rail. Elite Power from the outside. CZ Rocket, Elite Power coming on. Elite Power, Iran Ortiz Jr. to win the Qatar Racing Breeders' Cup Sprint by 2 lengths on the line. 1 minute 9.11 seconds.
Elite Power with an elite finish here in the Qatar Racing Breeders' Cup Sprint.
And he was able to stay somewhat close. And I thought Iran Ortiz, shockingly, made a great decision at the quarter pole, Caton, because it looked like he might get fanned wide, and he kind of dove down to about the 2 path and saved a little bit of ground, and I thought that was crucial in his success. Let's pick him up right now. He's right outside of the 4, American Theorem, so he's what, about 7th right now.
He's got a lot of running to do, and at this point, Matt, the pace, well, they picked it up as they went. The half mile in 44 and change takes a toll on Super Ocho, who's on the lead, but really no excuses for Jackie's Warrior, who's sitting second as they turn for home. CZ's Rocket and the Pink Silks on the inside digs in pretty gamely, but that move that you mentioned by Irad aboard Elite Power makes the difference. He tips out to the outside and just gains steadily with every single stride. This is a perfectly timed move to get the victory here.
He's really, I mean, again, this horse, abundance of talent. He cost $900,000, the Keelan September sale in 2019. And it just took him a while to figure out mentally. And you could see him sort of do it at Saratoga last month. Not the strongest of divisions. So you're looking for horses that won an optional 62 race a couple of months ago. They can win a race like this in a division that's not that strong. CZ Rocket, that's a dynamite effort for him. And, you know, at the age of 8, what Peter Miller has done in this race, it's every time he enters, his horses either win, they show up, they win a great second like that. Jackie's Warrior, no excuse, right? The pace is slow. You're sitting in second behind a 1,000,000-to-1 shot that's going to come back to you in the 7-horse Super Ocho, so a disappointing third. And there's Manny Wah, who likes this racetrack, rounding out your Super.
Elite Power, though, just so good. And how about Iran Ortiz? He started the Breeders' Cup today by passing Jerry Bailey on the all-time
I heard you guys talking about that earlier.
Unbelievably how fast he's gone there. The only riders in front of him now.
Is he 30 years old yet?
John Velasquez and Mike Smith. I think he just pulled even with John Velasquez with his 18th Breeders' Cup victory here. And this one in the Silks at Judd Mott. What a fantastic performance.
And what about the training job for Bill Mott for this Judd Mott color bearer? 2 Breeders' Cup victories, and in the case of Elite Power, his 5th consecutive win. To get better with each race as the stakes get higher and higher, to find him peaking in the Breeders' Cup stage is a tremendous training accomplishment.
He won his first race in June, this horse. Right? That's not that long ago, is it, Mike? Was that 5 months ago?
I can remember June, so no. So we're going to take a look at Jackie's Warrior here. We've had the jockey cam aboard Jackie's Warrior here for obvious reasons, and you're going to be able to see the winner pass him deep in the stretch. Let's take another look here. First-hand view of Jackie's Warrior and Joel Rosario.
I mean, he's getting the trip that he wants.
No, but you could see at the point that we picked it up, as he starts going up and down more than going forward. It's just a horse who's kind of had enough, and maybe it's a product of him not being on the lead. Maybe he's a horse that just really wants to be in front and feeds off that type of positioning in his race, and maybe he just wasn't his day. I always wondered in the instances of his prior Breeders' Cup races if he wasn't a horse that perhaps tails off just a little bit at the end of the season. But he's given us so many memories over the years. Unfortunate if that's the case. It takes nothing away from what he's accomplished on the racetrack overall.
Yeah, I think part of it, Mike, is a horse that you look at Jackie's Warrior. Outside of that one big race at Parks, he really hasn't run that well outside of New York. So I think that's also part of the equation, part of the reason why Jackie's Warrior didn't run as well here